So I'm just making a video just showing you guys how to add custom vehicles to San Andreas for Android. I know this is a bit delayed, but it's only just started working for newer devices. So the first thing you want to do is install two apps. You need a file manager. I do recommend ES File Explorer, and you need one called GTA Image Tool. They're both in the Play Store and they're both free. Now your first step would be to open the File Explorer, and you want to head to your OBB section, which is in your home, your Android, and then OBB. Open up San Andreas from there, which is called rockstargames.sa, and you'll see two files, your main and your patch. Rename the patch one, just remove the OBB and change it to zip. Then open that zip, don't extract it, just open it. You'll see a TEXDB, and then from there you see GTA3.img. You want to copy that. Now we're pasting that in the Android data section. So again, you go in home, Android data, and then into your San Andreas folder. If you've got a folder called files, go on to there. If you haven't got one, just create one. If you've got a folder called TEXDB, open that and paste it there. If you don't have the folder TEXDB, just create one. Now I'm going to overwrite this. That way you know that I have no modifications on my vehicles. It's vanilla. You can see that it works. Now go back to your OBB and rename it back. Otherwise the game won't work. So now I'm just booting up San Andreas to show you which vehicle I have in my garage, and to show you it's not modified in any way. Here I was, for some reason, struggling to find the audio section, turning the radio down. So I'm loading my game. In my garage I should have the ZR350. And there it is. You can see it's not modified in any way. It's a sped up video, of course, but that's it. Now there's a website. If you just Google San Andreas vehicle list, this is really important. There is a section, it's called imagery table. If you bring that down, you can see what's in the sports cars, and if you hold it, it should bring up the name of the vehicle too. Now the reason why this is important is because you want to replace a sports car with another sports car. Of course you could replace it with a lowrider or a pickup truck, but if you download a sports car and replace it with a pickup truck, that sports car is going to handle like a truck, it's going to sound like a truck, you know, and it's not going to look right. So keep a sports car as a sports car. Also look at how many doors it is. If you replace a 2-door car with a 4-door car, you're going to confuse yourself. You're going to think it's a 4-door car, but technically it isn't. And if you replace like a 4-door car with a 2-door car, I'm assuming your homies will be able to get in it, but they'll pull open like an invisible door. They'll be floating around in the back. Also animations, so you'll see that I opened the Banshee here, and that's because it's a convertible. I feel like the animation that CJ does is he just jumps over the door. So if you're going to replace that, replace it with another convertible. That way he won't be jumping through a roof of another vehicle, because that wouldn't make too much sense. So if you Google GTA San Andreas Android mods, you'll see a website called GTA Inside. I'll show you what the main page looks like. So this is what you'll be brought up to here. Now someone that makes the vehicle mods, there's someone called Automan. I check out his VK in a minute. You don't have to do that. You don't have to download from Automan. I was just downloading a vehicle that he had uploaded. So now you'll see it says only DFF. They're the files you're after. As far as I'm aware, every vehicle that you can replace with Android, it's a DFF. Don't go downloading ones for PC that are DFF and doing it yourself, because that doesn't work. You need one that's been already made for Android. So here I found a vehicle that I want. you'll see underneath it says there's auto spoiler mods, they're CSA files. There, if you have the script mods like the Clio Gold app. I don't, so I can't have the spoiler, but it doesn't really bother me anyway. So I'm just going to download the skin from the xa21.zip. So I'm opening that, and as you can see, there's my DFF file. Now it is called Super GT DFF. That doesn't mean I have to replace it with a Super GT. It's just an example. So choose where you want to extract it. I extract it in the download section to keep it easy. Then I delete that folder there. Now one thing you want to do is open up your image tool and click the GTA 3 image, which if you put it in the right location, it should be in your Android, data, GTA San Andreas, and then in the TEXDB. Oh, files TEXDB, then in there. Now here you want to search the vehicle that you're replacing. The reason why is because the file could have a slightly different name. So for example, the Blister Compact is called a Blister C, and the green wood is just green woo. So search for the vehicle. In this case, I'm using the ZR350, and as you can see, it's just ZR350. So what I then do is I rename that file, call it ZR350.dff. Once that's done, I jump back into the image tool app and tap the three dots at the top right. Once you've done that, click the add files with replace. Then you want to keep going back until you can reach your download section. And then from there you want to click the DFF and select it, and then tap the three dots again, and you should see a rebuild button. Now if you are adding multiple cars, I do suggest deleting the DFF folders and files from your downloads. That way you don't get confused with you know, what you've added and what you're needing to add, things like that. Now if you are adding multiple vehicles, just beware on your device. Obviously these custom vehicles are higher textured, so you will get an FPS impact a bit. It all depends on what textures you're using and what device you're using. Now if you're just replacing the one vehicle and you're driving around, you might be okay. You might get a bit of stutter as you're driving past another, you know, custom vehicle. But if that's the case, just lower your graphics. Like, even though I can run the game max settings, I've put my reflections on low, I've put my shadows on classic, and I've lowered the resolution because I'm planning on replacing every vehicle. So obviously I'm going to be driving around a lot of custom cars, and I want to try and keep that frame rate nice and smooth. So yeah, that's it.